Good morning, guys. It is Wednesday, October 9th. I've been having quite a bit of trouble lately. I was wondering what I would be feeling like when the moon moves to Pisces. So today the moon moves into Pisces. Apparently yesterday I was like confused. I was forgetting things. I couldn't understand. It's kind of weird. It really was kind of weird, but so let's get started. Numbers for today are 9 and 22. So 9 is letting go. It's endings, release, a purge. It's also unconditional love. Mostly up. And 22 is the number of peace, a peace builder. Okay, and it's also grounding, stability, staying calm, and it's also all things physical. So it could be unconditional love and manifesting peace and stability today. Pisces is kind, romantic, spiritual, compassionate, so very loving energy today. A nice switch. And it's kind of weird. It's like you could have been feeling like you were so angry and so pissed, kind of like wanting to go to the dark side, you know. I want to say totally scorpionic, but you know, that is because we have Mercury and Venus in Scorpio. Actually, yesterday Venus entered Scorpio, so we have a lot of this dark energy, dark thoughts, dark loves. It's almost like the darkest was taking over for a minute, and then we get to a little bit of light here with the moon in Pisces. Pisces is also a water sign, so water sign in a water sign. And the thing is, Venus and Mercury both being in Scorpio, that's the 8th house. And then 4 houses away, we have Moon in Pisces. So this is a 4th house. Okay, 4th house is home, family, same thing. And it's kind of like all these 4s, it's going to be manifesting in the physical realm. So it may be a sweet day. There's no other major transits today, but there is, let's see, some sweet. Okay, I'm getting sweet. Some sweet emotions today. People might be sweet. They might be very, very kind. For others, you might be having dreams, visions. You might be wanting to treat your lover or your loved ones today. Treat them well, you know, like, hey, can I get you something? You may even want to pick up a sweet treat. Hey, I brought you some candy kind of deal. Okay, yeah, I'm seeing the heart box of chocolates. A box of chocolates. The thing about Pisces, when it goes to the negative side, they're wishy-washy. They can't decide. They're usually not happy. Okay, now I'm looking at the word vague. Okay, it's secretive, or you just don't want to give a lot of details. But yesterday, every time I thought of the word vague, it kept saying fugue. So it was like, you're not clear yourself, not necessarily giving off, making other people unclear. It's your thoughts escape you, kind of, is what I was feeling. So, I mean, maybe yesterday my thoughts were escaping me for sure. I was looking at the horoscope like it was written in Chinese. You know, I don't read Chinese. I have my days when that happens to me, so I don't know if it was because I'd blown a fuse, and I almost blew another one last night in anger. I was able to check that because this person checked their attitude. Because tell you what, I wanted to check them. I wanted to chin check them. But we can't go there, right? It's okay to think about it. So I want to let you guys know, whenever somebody's irritating you, frustrating you, when they're getting on your nerves and you just want to lose your shit on them, you can do a couple things. For one, give yourself a very strong visual, and that will help you calm the fuck down. Okay, so you can picture them naked, or you can picture them on fire. I don't know, whichever one makes you laugh more. Use your discretion. There's some people I would like to see on fire, and then there's others that I don't want to imagine what they're like naked. So, I mean, whatever shocks you out of that anger and makes you laugh, do that. Okay. And I crack up every time I see that meme on Facebook, you know. I may be smiling, but I might be picturing you on fire also. And yeah, that's so true. Because how do you break anger, right? With the moment of laughter. Now, I don't know why they're telling me this, but all of a sudden it's come to mind about, I can't remember if it was a movie, and I believe it was a movie, but there was somebody also that I've known, I think it might have been in high school or something. There was a fight, and it was between two males, and I think like they're getting closer and closer, barking the insults, you know, total cockfight. They're getting closer and closer, and then one guy grabs the other guy's face and just totally French kisses him, and breaks the anger because, you know, what the fuck do you do now, right? You were so angry, and then this person passionately kisses you, and for the male, I think that would be more so of an embarrassment, like, oh my God, everybody saw that. Everybody's going to think I'm gay, even though they're not thinking you're gay. They're thinking, oh my God, did that just fucking happen? And then pretty soon everybody's laughing, right? And the person who doesn't have the best confidence, or who still wants to remain in that angry 3D state, is going to be confused, embarrassed, and probably ashamed, right? So what do? They walk away. You can't win. You can't fight love, right? So I just want to give you guys those reminders whenever you're stewing and you feel like your top's going to blow. Challenge yourself. Challenge yourself to calm down and recognize that you are blowing off steam, and that to retract that anger and just let tumble out your mouth what you really want to say, okay, without blame, without accusation, and without anger, fear, or hatred, even vengeance, yeah, because there's a tendency for vindictiveness and jealousy right now. The jealousy is a little bit dispelled because of the Libra energy. That is a lucky thing. Had we not been in Libra season, well, Libra and Sag, it tends to lighten up, but if we weren't in Libra season, and if we weren't in Sag season, there's going to be some jealousy issues. And I actually want to say that the sun moves into Scorpio on the 23rd, and we're still going to have Venus in Scorpio, so there may be a tendency, a heightened tendency for jealousy towards the end of the month. Yeah, pretty much towards the end of the month, because the 1st of November is when Venus enters Sagittarius. So there may be, you know, that last week of the month that you may be having some issues. Okay, and you know, when it comes to Libra season, it's all about justice and diplomacy, right? Remaining distant but open. Hoping, well, trying to make people see also, too, how they depend on each other. How we all depend on each other to stay positive. And when there's a weakness or a weak link, you are the weak link kind of deal. It's gonna be dealt with, okay? You can't force the issue. You wait till the universe pushes you to deal with it, okay? Some people will try to force the issue, and that could cause more drama than it's worth. Okay, so let's clarify. First card is community. Community is your friends, family, neighbors, co-workers, the people that support you, the people that have your back. You could be really popular. You could just be really friendly. Or you could just be noticed. Maybe you work somewhere where you're in the public eye, or you're on social media all the time where a lot of people can see you, or you're some kind of speaker or influencer that people follow you. These are your followers, your admirers, the people who appreciate you as you are, and appreciate you for what you do. Okay, so first up, we got 4 cards that came out together in a chunk. And when that happens, that's usually integration, or these events are happening right now. We've got Hangman, King of Wands, 8 of Swords, and 10 of Pentacles. There is a whole shitload of people. I think in this in this reading, or in this particular set of information that they're giving me, it's like there's a whole shitload of people, basically the collective or entire populations, that are literally hanging in the balance. Okay, they want to do something, a lot of them are stuck because they're not saying anything, and they're not doing anything to change the present. Okay, with the 8 of Swords, that's guilt. Okay, it's also indecision, but it's also stress. According to popular belief, or contrary to popular belief, you're not stuck. You can move if you want to, even if you're buried under all that paperwork on your desk, even if you're saddled with a bunch of projects. Oh boy, somebody wants to leave. They want to just get into the car and drive, run away. But they're saddled with a lot of responsibilities here. They've got a lot of things going on all the way around. Everybody needs a little time away for the day from each other. So a lot of people might be fighting. There's all this dark energy. And yesterday with Venus and Scorpio, people are taking a look at their relationships. Okay, does this person have my back? Okay, if I'm down, will this person cover me the way that I cover them? And there's a whole shitload of people that are having these questions, you know, thanks to Venus and Scorpio, that dark energy. Then yesterday, too, we also had Mars in Libra opposing Chiron and Aries. So it's kind of like doing something, or refusing to do something that's against your nature, against your religion, against your ideals, against the grain. Okay, they're telling me odd. Something odd. Odd, weird. Okay, why does that make me think of Uranus? Oddball, weird. It's like there was a... Oh, okay. Moon in Pisces. Glitches in the Matrix. A fluke. So it feels like there may have been a small gesture of gratitude, a fluke, something out of the ordinary, something that was unnecessary. And it's kind of like... It was almost an apology. And for a second, somebody thought that they were being taken care of. But nothing really changed, despite the actions of somebody. It did diffuse a little bit of stress, though. So it was like somebody did something nice, but it feels like maybe they'd been promising to do something for a while, or they've been saying, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to get this, I'm going to get this. And then yesterday they finally get this when you already have this. And they're like, oh, look, I got you this. So you're thinking you have a break, or you're thinking that something's taken care of. And then later on, when the day is just about over and you're pretty much ready to go to bed, there's a, oh, did you do this? And it's like, excuse me? Wasn't that the reason we got this? Like, you've been needing a break. Either, let's say you needed a break at work. Okay, so somebody comes in and says, hey, I'll cover for you for an hour or two so you can have a break. And you're thinking, oh, cool, you know, they can take over because you're in the middle of vacuuming. Okay, so you come back 2 hours later to see the vacuum in the same place. And it's like, well, thanks for the break, but it really wasn't a break because you didn't cover for me. You just kind of waited and held my place. So it wasn't really of that much of a benefit. Yeah, it was nice. It was a nice gift, but it was unnecessary. There were things that you needed that would have been more appreciated than something that they wanted to give you or do for you. Change. Next card. Let me clarify change. It has a picture of a vehicle on it, and it usually signifies it's in action. It's time to go. It's time to take action. It also tells of this way is done. You've got to go another way. So it could be a detour or a distraction to where you have to take an alternate route. And you have to embark. It's embarking. It's actually physically leaving. Do we have anything else to... Oh, clarify change, please. I have one card clarifying it so far. And, being weird. Okay, I'm still getting being weird, confused, like, why did you do that? Let's see. Like, let's say your husband calls you and says, I bought you pizza, you know, takeout pizza, and you're like, oh, cool, thinking that that's going to be your guys' dinner. And yay, I don't have to cook, I get a break. So you go home and you eat the pizza. They'd already eaten a piece because they couldn't resist on the way home. And hours go by and you're like, oh, are you going to eat? And then they look at you and they go, oh, aren't you going to make dinner? And it's like, excuse me, didn't you buy that pizza for us to have dinner? I thought I was getting a break. You know, why did you even buy that pizza? I have pizza in the freezer. You know, it was nice. It was a sweet gesture, but I didn't really get any benefit out of it. It was unnecessary because of the fact that there's pizza already in the freezer. Something to that effect, like, why did you do that? I don't know. So that's also the moon in Pisces too. It can be kind of forgetful, not really forgetful, but confused as to motivations. And it kind of feels like a lot of people went through this. They're like, I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I couldn't understand that. I don't know why I forgot this. I don't know why I remembered that. So it was kind of like it felt like a pick and choose. Remember, I'm hearing remembering what you want to remember. Almost the same like hearing what you want to hear, you know. Seeing what you want to see. So ignoring the obvious and going for the vagueness. So that's where that vague comes from, like a fugue state, kind of confused and unclear. Motivations are confusing and unclear. Actions are confusing and unclear. Interesting. Okay, so Seven of Wands. Mars in Leo, change. Change in the plans, change in the direction. Let's go. Oh boy, deliveries. Let's go and let's go now. So charging, leading the way, having courage, standing up for what you believe in, fighting for what you believe in. Fighting. This is Mars in Leo. Leo is heart-centered, wanting growth, wanting the heart to grow. Open your heart to me. I hold the lock and you hold the key. Open your heart to me, darling. I'll give you love if you turn the key. So you're waiting for them to turn that key. They've already got their key in your lock. This may be a different approach. Maybe they're trying a different approach, trying to get you to notice them. When Mars was in Libra, it's kind of wishy-washy energy, so it was like, it's highs and lows, bipolar, kind of like to where you want to interact and engage, and then you don't want to interact and engage. It's kind of like withdrawing. You know, you put your left, we're doing the fucking hokey pokey. We're putting our left hand in and then putting our left hand out. That kind of deal. Back and forth, to and fro, appreciating the relationship and wanting space, you know. So it really feels like Libra, Aries energy, which it is. Mars and Libra opposing Chiron and Aries yesterday, okay? And that's going to exist for a little bit because Mars takes, what does it take, like a month? A little over a month. I think it's like a month and a half, something like that. It's going to be in play. And Chiron and Aries takes a long time to move also. So basically, we're going to be feeling this for at least a week. For at least a week. There's like, you're angry in the relationship and you don't understand why. Mars and Libra opposing Chiron and Aries. Okay, and at number 3, it can be dependents, children, women, animals, anything that gives you joy. You might be poo-pooing it or pissing all over it, like, oh yeah, thanks for the pizza. So it kind of feels like a little bit of ungratefulness, ingratitude, but I mean, really, you are grateful, but why? Wait, what? And I noticed today that in the last 2 days, the 3 letters that because I see repeating numbers, patterns, letters, words, you know, that kind of deal. I noticed that WTF has come up a bunch of times in the last couple of days. So this is a basically, what the fuck? Energy. Okay. Question mark, exclamation point, question mark. I wish they would notice me. I wish they would see me. I wish you could see me now. One day I hope you can see me. So yeah, it does feel like an act of kindness, an act of sweetness, but it was not well thought out. Which is so Pisces energy. Oh, Mentor of Wands. Ooh, immediately 2 mentors. Okay, Mentor of Cups. What's that? Yeah, so you could have been disappointed. You could have been disappointed, and you could have been... It could have came out in the conversation, like I was saying. Don't these look like question marks? Like, what the fuck? With 9, the Hermit. Yeah, very puzzling. They definitely look like question marks. And it's like almost feeling guilty for being disappointed. Like, you know, he was trying to do something nice, but why? What's going on? Okay, so there's questions that you're pondering. It's kind of a puzzle. It's like a unique, weird incident, an anomaly, not something that happens very often. It could be a rare event or possibly a miracle. By the way, if you guys didn't know, it's the 10th month, okay? So there's a cycle that's completing out as we hold space for the new and grow and move forward with a new beginning with something new, okay? And the universal month would be 13. So this is like a magical transformation, expressing beliefs, expressing ideas. So all of this together, there's 9, 10, 12, 13. So basically we have 2 4s today, manifesting unconditional love or endings today, or some kind of purge. Okay, because Mars in Libra opposing Chiron and Aries is I will not. Okay. I won't do it. I refuse. Having to do something that you don't want to. Not wanting to go there. Okay, so this could have almost brought out an argument, and then the other person backs down and says, hey, I don't want to go there. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go there kind of deal. And then, you know, conversation is over. And then you go on, and then you have to do that shit anyways. Okay, so there's where are they telling me surreptitious lesson? You know what? I don't even know what that fucking means. I'm going to have to look that up, surreptitious lesson. So it's kind of like a necessary lesson of unnecessities. I don't know. Never mind. We'll just drop that like you had to do last night. Drop the subject. Okay, go within, master your emotions, check that shit. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Okay, Mentor of Wands, through the fire. This is definitely a lesson. It's an all-consuming lesson, leaving behind purity and temperance. Okay, so it's not only it's trial by fire is what I usually call it. Oops. Guess I have to rewrite these again. They're kind of falling apart. Okay, so Mentor of Fire is the voice of fire represented by Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. It's someone spiritual sharing through teaching that loves and expresses fire. It's an, I already said, intense transformative lesson, all-consuming, leaving behind purity and temperance. And, oh, if you resist, it leads to burnout, or it leads to getting burned. It's someone with a light complexion, any gender, any age, that is teaching a lesson, or a lesson is being brought to them. Okay, so like I was saying, it is a trial by fire. You know, how do you stand up? How do you measure? How do you stand up to fire? How do you stand up to an action that you don't want? Uh-oh, this paper's falling apart. So you've gone within to try and see if there was some kind of lesson in this that you had to learn. Okay, and recognizing the lesson and owning it and checking yourself and not letting something get out of hand is only going to be to your benefit. That's probably how you narrowly avoided a tower. Oh. So we've got two Capricorn energy cards together immediately. We got 4 of Pentacles and the Devil. Four of this and the Devil. I thought this was meant to help me. I thought you were going to cover me. I thought you had my back. Okay, all 3 of these together, actually. The Empress. Okay, the Empress, having it easy, taking it easy. You thought you were going to get a break, but really they still wanted to take from you. They still wanted to make you do something. And for some of you guys, the Devil could have came out in you. It could have. I just had this disturbing picture. Okay, you see the Empress here? How she's rubbing her belly. So I'm like seeing, you know, the same person, the same gown anyways, with, you know, the long flowing hair, rubbing the belly. And sitting there rubbing the belly going, oh, this is wonderful. And then all of a sudden it turns Devil and goes, damn it, I totally lost it while I was trying to describe to you what she looked like. Oh, it's basically like she's all virginal, pure, looking all beautiful and all that. And then all of a sudden, like the head switches, okay? All of a sudden the Devil head is on here and she's going, what the fuck did you say to me? While she's rubbing her belly and flames are coming out of her mouth. And then she burps, and then she's back to beautiful, relaxing Empress. So the Devil could have came out for a minute last night because they weren't valuing you and they were trying to make you do something for them. Yeah, so this is definitely, I thought you were giving me a break. But really, it was a trick. Yeah, it was kind of like a trick. Like, you felt like you were tricked. Or you got fooled. Or there was a misunderstanding. Or things just weren't clear. It was muddled or confused what they had said. Okay, so part of the thing is you assumed something. Okay, and you almost wanted to say, I should have known you're not giving me a break. Yeah, this person doesn't think enough of you. It almost feels like you're the pet. You know, they don't see you as an equal. They see you as lesser, and they might feel like they own you. So it was kind of like, oh, I'll bring the dog home some treats. Yeah, it was kind of like, you know, it was a situation where you really should have looked the gift horse in the mouth. Because, like I said, it was an anomaly, a singularity, weird. Why did they do that? That's out of character. Why would they do something like that? So it was kind of like just an extra in your everyday hell at home. Huh. Okay, then we have Ace of Cups and we have Mentor of Cups. Ace of Cups is love. It's real love. It's the cup. Okay. You and somebody else share a cup if you're in a relationship. Okay. If you're not in a relationship, this is loving the self. Learning how to nurture yourself, how to heal yourself. Mentor of Cups is a spiritual person with a sacred commitment to the sensual it's the difference between enjoying the finer things in life and wanting too much or experiencing too much, like loving luxury or sensory pleasure. Excess, yeah? Too much. Okay, I'm hearing patting yourself on the back. So maybe their motivation for getting this thing or gift, whatever it was that they gave to you, it was more or less so that they can get themselves props. They wanted something. They want something out of it. They want props. Maybe there's people that have been telling them, or maybe somebody said something about their lack of action in terms of their relationship with you. Or maybe they're noticing the pattern in others, because there's a whole host of people that are going through relationship issues where one person is a user, you know, sucky bitch like energy. They're needy and demanding, and they want you to do things for them, and they constantly shift responsibility for emotions and as well as physical responsibilities and labor responsibilities, work responsibilities, shifting it to you, leaving you all the dirty work. Okay, so maybe they saw somebody doing that to somebody else, so they figured, oh, well, I better go out and do something nice just to counter that. Not even recognizing that they're doing the same thing. They're doing the same thing. So it's like a sense of ego. They've got you that gift to feed their own ego, so they can say, oh, hey, well, I did something. I got this, or I bought that. You know, they want to get something out of it. They want to claim credit for it. And also, too, they didn't want to be seen as Capricorn. Okay. They didn't want to be seen as greedy. They wanted to be seen as generous. Like, what's important to them is that people see that they've spent money on you, and they think that's what's important. When to you, all you require is their love and their time. But you're not greedy with the time. Sensuality and sharing and loving without owning. So that could be what the Mentor of Cups is bringing here. So it was kind of like, it feels like a misguided lesson. Like somebody's like, well, I'll do this. I'll bring them something to calm them down. So it could have been like a peace offering. It kind of feels like a peace offering. So they were hoping for props from it, but they expected everything to be same old, back to normal. Huh, interesting. All right, so concern. Concern is the builder of. This can be a therapist. This can be a counselor. It would be a consultant, somebody you talk with. It could be an agent. This is the creator of ideas, creator of thoughts. It's a number 33. It's also a slow builder, so it indicates over time some kind of bonding or relationship in which this person helps you with your thinking patterns or your traveling patterns. Concern is also worries. Worries or fears building up. Temperance, leveling out. So some of you guys could be wondering when this person is going to get their karma, when things are going to be completely fair, when you're going to get justice, when things are going to turn around and the playing field is even, when you're going to be treated as an equal. when you're going to be praised. When you're going to be squared up. When there's going to be the squaring up. And if there's going to be a squaring up, we got 8 of Discs and King of Discs reversed with, this is work, could be obsession. King of Discs is the investor. Somebody who puts time, energy, money, attention, love, or ideas into something or somebody or a situation. It's possible that they don't even notice the patterns of their disruptive behavior because these two are reverse. They really can't see how repetitious they are. They constantly worry. They constantly have worry about money and obligations as if that's all that matters. I work. I make money. So there could have this, why did you get that? Could have been followed up by spinning about work, Virgo energy, the criticism. Somebody could be spinning about somebody having criticized them at work. And they're not realizing yeah, somebody's really too worried about somebody's criticism of them at work, and all they can say is, why do they have to focus on the minute details, the faults and the cracks? Why aren't they focusing on the positive? I do a lot. Okay, so this is definitely at work. Somebody's not getting recognition for all that they do, and somebody might be their supervisor or co-worker. Somebody is harping on them about anything that they've done wrong, blowing it out of proportion, and not recognizing or crediting somebody for all the work that they've put in. So it's kind of funny where there's a situation in a relationship where it feels like the feminine energy in here is not being valued by the male energy. And then the male energy is looking at his work area, the relationship of the boss, looking at them going, God, my boss is such an asshole. He's an asshole at work. He's an asshole at home. He's an asshole to me. Not recognizing that they're doing the same thing. What is playing out in their workplace is playing out in their relationship, but only the other way around. So they're being victimized. It feels like they're being victimized at work and not realizing that they're the victimizer in the relationship. Okay, so I'm not clear. Okay, temperance is kind of like divine intervention. So they are being shown, but they haven't connected the dots. Can I get a final outcome, please? Okay, I'm pausing. Hold on. Okay, they're going to stay outside. I just... I didn't want anybody's drama being caught on tape. But anyways, temperance is also social media too. So it can be declaring something, or you could be posting memes related to work and work bitches, like your work wife, or co-worker memes. There we go. Like, ever look at your co-worker and think, boy, this place just hires anybody. That kind of deal. So you may be finding some humor in workplace memes. And then we have distant horizons reversed. Distant horizons is about opportunities afar. You're free, you're floating, and you're looking where to place your anchor. Okay, so it gives this feeling of looking for a new adventure, looking for the new challenge, doing whatever floats your boat, and setting anchor, rooting yourself somewhere. So you're looking. You could be looking for different opportunities, other opportunities, to where you take the lead. Or not. Distant horizons can also, I'm getting like the Wheel of Fortune card energy also too. It's reversed though, so something's not ended. There's something that has to happen. Maybe a tower moment will be coming. Because this is all in the head. This is all in the head. And with the Pisces moon, you're feeling it today. You're really feeling your thoughts. How come this fucker likes to highlight mistakes or shortcomings, but doesn't recognize all the good that I do? It's kind of like, you know, people aren't... Nobody remembers or nobody gives credit to all the good things you do, and make one mistake and they freak the fuck out. Some of you guys were tempted to quit. Some of you guys are tempted to go out, go into business on your own, or to look for other avenues or other ventures. But you still have to maintain that job. Optimism, benefic. So it also feels like, too, since this is definitely a card of the Sagittarius, so this is both Sagittarius energy. So it almost feels like, you know, you're weighing the pros and cons 50-50. You know, on the negative side, they highlight and look at every little thing. If you make a mistake, they're chewing you out, on your ass, raging. Okay? But if you don't make a mistake, everything goes, you know, work as normal, and they don't even see what you do. They just take it for granted, your everyday tasks, all the work that you put in. So you're kind of like, is it worth it? Is it worth it to stay here? Do I need to strike out on my own? I need a final answer. I know I asked for a final answer, but basically it's saying you're not going anywhere right now. It's you need to make a final decision. And Moon in Pisces. Pisces is closure. So, you know, as you're going over this, feeling really emotional, let me fast forward in the horoscope and see what's going on the next day. Ooh. Ooh. Moon conjunct Black Moon Lilith at 17 degrees. So it does feel like a tower is coming, or it does feel like a confrontation or a fight is coming. Exiting through Grand Water Trine, part of a kite, and evening out at work. Mercury and Scorpio, making things very clear, specific. Moon, Neptune, and Black Moon when everything's not been specific at all. An order, demanding an order or approaching an order, smoothing out. It's possible that it might get smoothed out. Whoa. In the next couple of days anyways, but it looks like, yeah, you avoided a tower moment today, but it's coming. It is coming, or it could have been yesterday you avoided a tower and the tower is coming today. I don't know what to tell you. You know, the energies bleed out. They're just not on one day. Even the moon takes more than one day to move through, as does the sun. The sun, I think it moves a degree every day. Yeah, that's why we have 30 days to a month, and every 30 days the sun changes signs. Mature woman, gift, and great fortune. Testing. An expression of my love. Okay, so it's just a minor expression of the love. They weren't trying to cut you a break, but they wanted to treat you. The mother, gift, and great fortune. I asked for an outcome, and they says, lady, you're going to get a gift, and you're going to get a lot of abundance. This is double abundance, Kate. Not only do we have gift, we have great fortune. So for some of you guys, your mom or your aunt or even your older sister, cousin, there's a female figure that cares for you and loves you. That would be very Venus and Scorpio energy, inheriting from a relative who loves you a lot. These both equal 8, 17 and 8. So this feels like they give you a lot. They could literally be giving you a lot of land. Okay, they're giving you a lot of things. They may give you the gift of their time. Maybe they volunteer their time for something, or they give you a physical gift, something that you need, or a gift is presented to you. It's not a surprise. It's given out front. And great fortune is a whole shitload of money. That's like winning the lottery. So if I hear barato, so somebody could be giving you good luck money, a piece of their fortune, or somebody could be cutting you a check. 688. Somebody's sharing with you. High Priestess, yet again another Cancer nurturing energy. Boy, you are well loved, aren't you? You are well loved. Somebody's going to end up taking care of you because they love you quite a bit. High Priestess is a mystery. So this could be an anonymous donor. She left all her money to the Humane Society. Or there's been somebody could have took up a donation for you, or bought you something that can help you with your job. Let's say if you're a mystic, maybe she buys you a crystal ball and it costs a lot of money. Or they made something for you, because we are in Libra season, right? So that's artsy. They could have made something for you, compiled a photographic, an album for you. They could have gotten together a whole bunch of beautiful things, linens, candles, incense. What else do Libras like? Flowery things, decorations, a book about Feng Shui, because Libras also books, right? Books and writing. Somebody could be, I want to say, Ouija boards and manifestation guides, The Secret, Celestine Prophecies, you know, a whole collection, a gaggle of excellent books about energy, your divine purpose, and what you're really worth. High Priestess is mystery. It's the unknown. She is ruled by the Pisces moon, so it's no surprise. I also hear the ultimate sacrifice. Somebody's giving somebody life. This gift that they're receiving, it's like liver, lungs, kidney. The gift of life from an unknown donor. It could be that there is an extraordinary amount of money being donated to the Cancer Society or some kind of cancer, there's so many of them. I mean, it could be a big, generous donation to the Fuck Cancer organization. Anonymous. 10 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, and Sun. Oh, God, there's... Okay, so I've been saying check quite a bit. I'm sure you guys notice. Okay, we've got 10 of Cups, success. Okay, success, abundance, being fulfilled, being satisfied. Okay, and then we have 2 of Pentacles, being happy with the change of finances. So some of you guys could have got a raise. Some of you guys could have got a bonus. Some of you guys could have got some kind of monetary gift. This could be, this is paper money, so it could be bonds. It could be, you know, stocks, money written on paper. It could be treasury notes. It could be a letter saying your, what is it, October? Maybe you did your taxes late. Okay, you could be getting a letter from them or a notification saying that you have money on the way, or some kind of electronic funds transfer, EFT, or wire transfer. This could be an online purchase. Maybe somebody purchases something, because paper money, when we talk about paper money, we talk about checks. This could also be bills, but nobody's ever happy or satisfied with the bill that's growing or a bill at work, right? This is not about overhead. This is more or less about financial obligations and a change in it. Meaning, if you have money, oh, and they're bringing my attention to the diamond in the card. So it's like your partner. Also Aries energy. Diamond is also Aries energy. So you're happy. There's a change in finances, and that all is well. So your partner may not be giving you any physical breaks, but it feels like they're giving you this is like the money for getting married. You know, when you guys have the reception and then they do the dance and everybody stuffs money in them and everybody gives them envelopes. That almost kind of feels like this, an envelope with money in it. Some of you guys, you have an envelope with your name written on it at work. I kind of crack up because I'm going to cover this, but yeah, that's what I did. You know, I just put the money in the envelopes, and I actually have it's not a check, but it's paper money. I have here for you. So, also, too, that could be money orders, making money orders. So maybe being satisfied that you've paid some of your obligations out and that you took care of that, and things are going well because they're done. Okay, so you're happy. You're feeling light. You're feeling bright. I took care of it. I took care of the household bills. I took care of the household obligations. For those of you who've received an inheritance or some kind of donation, it's going to be, of an undisclosed amount. Okay, I was getting that the other day, an undisclosed amount. So somebody could have inherited an undisclosed amount. It would make the news, but that's all they could basically say, an undisclosed amount, because this person doesn't want anybody to know. We don't need any sucky bitches calling up and you know, long-lost relatives coming out of the woodwork, because those people are the gold diggers and they won't be deserving of it. However, what you are getting is I want to say of the utmost satisfaction, dude, set for life. Set for life. A change in the balance of things. Finally, you can meet all your obligations, and it's exceeding them. Okay, then we have the sun. Beginnings and endings, new growth. Everything is going well. There's healing. You're feeling like a kid again. You can take some time off for yourself and go play. Fun in the sun. It's growth. So for some of you guys, your stocks could have grown. They could have split. Your stocks could have split. Let me stare at these cards because sometimes they bring my eyes to things. For some of you guys, this is a settlement. Some kind of settlement. Could be an estate settlement, a tax settlement, an inheritance or probate settlement. For some of you guys, you're satisfied with the check you got. So payment in full. So yeah, a generous donation paid in full. Somebody got their bill paid and they were surprised. It was almost like a pay it forward. It is coming up on the holidays, guys. It is coming up on the holidays. So we're going to see extraordinary acts of kindness. So that's kind of what the whole theme of it is. Acts of kindness. Totally. All right, I'm going to clear it up. I'm going to close this up with an Archangel card, and I guess that's it. It's a pre-shuffle because that sucker went flying off the top of my finger. Okay. Oh, beautiful colors. Look at that. So Pisces. So much Pisces energy. Okay, green and blue. Water. Remember who you are. Archangel Michael. This is the Libra energy. You are powerful, loving, and a creative child of God. You are very loved. Yeah, look at that. You are. You're loved. You're loved by many, and you're loved by the few. Okay, and those few are your close circle. Healthy lifestyle. Archangel Raphael. Eat a healthful diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. Okay, and now I want to say I looked up the Mars and Libra opposing Chiron and Aries, and crossed it with the Moon in Pisces. So it does turn out that the Moon in Pisces is in the 6th house. Okay, in relation to the Mars and Libra opposing Chiron energy. So, you know, healthy lifestyle. Love can be really, really healing. And if you practice it and exercise it, especially for yourself first and foremost, and second to others, that is probably the healthiest lifestyle that you could ever live. It's the best, okay? Love all around you. Because remember now, your job is not to judge. That is not your job. That is up to your God or the powers that be, whatever your religion is. It is only your job. Your job is only to love. You exist here on earth only to love and leave the judgment to the higher ups. All right, guys, I'm out. Love you. Take care.